To find out whether Yunho was faking, Cheon Tae-hwa even called a doctor to examine Yunho. After discovering that Yunho had truly lost his memory, Cheon Tae-hwa's anxious heart finally settled down. After the series of events, Sungjin had guessed that his mother was hiding something from him. Under Sungjin's interrogation, Cheon Tae-hwa had to tell the truth. It turned out Sungjin was the child of Cheon Tae-hwa and her boyfriend Kim Chul-yeong. But the boyfriend used Sungjin's background to threaten Cheon Tae-hwa for 1 billion won. Otherwise, he would go tell the chairman about their affair. This made Cheon Tae-hwa want to kill her boyfriend. So she pretended to commit suicide by running into the sea. Then, taking advantage of Kim Chul-yeong trying to save her, she pushed him into the sea. Kim Chul-yeong was silenced by her just like that. And Yunho was the witness. Cheon Tae-hwa said she did all this to keep Sungjin's identity secret. After hearing this, Sungjin was devastated. He really couldn't accept that his biological father was such a person. But things had come to this point, and he could only choose to stand with his mother. Now the biggest problem they faced was Yunho. During his time at the nursing home, Yunho had existed under the identity of Lee Woo-jin. So Cheon Tae-hwa deceived Yunho, saying he was an orphan. Cheon Tae-hwa was Yunho's adoptive mother, and Sungjin was his brother. The amnesiac Yunho believed this and treated Cheon Tae-hwa as his closest person. He did rehabilitation training seriously at the rehabilitation center every day. Cheon Tae-hwa also put on a good show. She not only came to the rehabilitation center every day to visit Yunho but also pushed his wheelchair daily to take him outdoors for fresh air. She looked completely like a qualified stepmother. To better monitor Yunho, Cheon Tae-hwa also brought him back to her apartment to settle down. Meanwhile, Officer Hwang had been investigating Yunho's kidnapping case. To catch the culprit, he deliberately spread news that he was going to restore the surveillance footage from the day Yunho was kidnapped. After learning this, Cheon Tae-hwa hurriedly arranged for her subordinates to take away the surveillance files using Officer Hwang's identity. Then Officer Hwang took the opportunity to drive and follow them. But halfway the car suddenly broke down. Seeing he was about to lose them, Officer Hwang was very anxious. At that moment, Dojin happened to pass by and offered to give Officer Hwang a ride. Officer Hwang knew Dojin was Cheon Tae-hwa's son. Dojin appearing at this time made Officer Hwang feel somewhat suspicious. But to catch up with the vehicle, he had no choice but to agree. Cheon Tae-hwa couldn't wait to open the file after getting it. But a tracking device fell out of the file. At that moment, Officer Hwang also arrived at the scene. Only then did Cheon Tae-hwa realize she had fallen into Officer Hwang's trap. She quickly had her subordinates block the police while she took advantage of the chaos to escape. While Officer Hwang was fighting with the thugs, Dojin waiting downstairs was very worried. At this moment, he didn't know that the person the police wanted to catch was his own mother. He immediately called the police and decided to go upstairs to help, worried about Officer Hwang and the others being in danger. But at the corner, he heard footsteps. Dojin quickly turned on his flashlight to check. Hiding behind was Cheon Tae-hwa. Just as mother and son were about to meet this way, at the critical moment, Dojin was suddenly struck by a club. He fell to the ground unconscious. Hearing Dojin scream, Cheon Tae-hwa realized it was her younger son. Sungjin, who came to support his mother, was also shocked by the scene.